In studio, Gary Franchi, founder of the Lone Lantern Society, also heads up Restore the Republic. And the good part about it is another example of somebody in the last 4 or 5 years who's reached millions of people by taking action. I absolutely love it. We'll be talking to Gary Franchi in one moment. First off, though, I want to tell people about Diginet personal audio video recorders. They've got systems that very inexpensively, very affordably, are little hard drives hidden in your car with camera systems where you can activate it with the police and they don't even see it. And then you can burn them good when they're violating the Bill of Rights and Constitution, or save yourself when they're lying about you. I mean, they'll say you were firing machine guns, sacrificing children, you know, doing whatever. You're going to have the video proving you didn't do it. And of course, I'm being sarcastic there, but you know what I'm talking about. Just absolutely amazing. And they've also got pins like this one. We were doing some undercover work today with some of their pins. We were touring a government facility here in Austin, and to be announced later, and they wouldn't let us have cameras, but I'm sorry, we do. And we have footage of the facility with these pin cameras. They've got the best prices on these I've seen. I mean, I paid hundreds and hundreds of dollars for these. It's like $45, $50 on their site for these, and the audio and video is really great quality for units this small. So I hope you visit their website. It's a DIGA. That's a DIGANET.net. DIGANET.net. Everyone should have these DigiPins on them. Everybody should have their even better unit in their car, and I'm going to get one put in my car. And it hides very, very simple, a little bitty memory stick. You just activate it when you want it to record, and you defeat the enemy. So DIGANET, that's DigiNet.net. Ladies and gentlemen, check them out today. DIGANET.net. They got a lot of different models and systems, so definitely check that out. Okay, going now to Gary Franchi. Gary, it's great to have you here. You were here with William Lewis running camera. You're producing a film about FEMA camps around the country. There's so many to go to, so little time, and also discrediting Glenn Beck. So that's a film we talked about doing. That's why I was excited to hear you guys were making that film. I guess our minds think alike. That's why I'm honored to be in it. But you're also here in town doing some other things. So I thought, why not have you in studio, not just William Lewis? So it is good to have you here with us, buddy.
It's great to be here, Alex. Really a pleasure.
You bet. Just another testament to what we can all do taking action. Tell folks how you woke up and all the success you've had against the New World Order.
Well, most people don't even realize this, but I was about 17 when I first learned about the Committee of 300, the Council of Rome, the Council on Foreign Relations, all these things. I was running around like a chicken with my head cut off, telling all these people about it, and I was medicated. Doctors said, this is not going on. Take these drugs and forget about all of it.
So your parents said, my God, he's mentally ill. He believes there's a corrupt elite. He believes there's a Federal Reserve. He's a criminal. We've got to drug him.
Well, it was more.
So you were already awake.
I was already awake, and Yes, I was a thought criminal, and then for 10 years I was heavily medicated until I always knew deep down something was going on, and I started researching the microchip on peer-to-peer networks. This is well before there was anything like YouTube or these types of streaming video sites. I came across a video of you talking about the RFID chip, the Verichip, and I said, "Who is this guy? What's he talking about?" I mean, he what I was talking about before wasn't just some line that I read in a book. And I started doing some more searching, found your name, saw a video of you at SeaWorld. Talking about biometrics.
Yeah, there's actually one from 2000 and another from 2004, so people get those confused. But yeah, they put the biometrics in.
Yeah, so I watched the video and I said, look, this guy right here, he is talking the exact same thing that I'm talking about. I'm not crazy.
Okay, so before you thought you were crazy and they medicated you, and then years later you're seeing, no, it's real, it's really happening.
Yes, it's really happening.
So I didn't really wake you up. I just validated what you already knew.
Well, yeah, I mean, you had validated what I knew, but you reignited that spark that was there dwelling inside me. And I said, okay, it's time. Let's organize. I downloaded all of your movies. I sat in a basement, watched them all, emerged from the darkness. A new light shone upon me, and I was like, where is everybody? We got to find everybody. Let's get organized. Let's take action. And that's when the Lone Lantern Society was created.
Explain what Lone Lantern means for those that don't.
Lone Lantern is the single lantern in the virtual tower, telling people that the enemies are here. It's taken after the Midnight Ride of Paul Revere, where one if by land, two if by sea. Well, the
enemy's here.
Yeah, they are here. They're on our soil, and it's up to us to ride through the streets and wake up the American people. And that's what the Lone Lantern Society was created to do.
And then you got to work with Aaron Russo, and then when he died, right as he died, he handed over, restored the Republic, and you've done a great job keeping that alive.
Yeah, the Lone Lantern Society, Aaron saw what I was doing in Chicago with the Lone Lantern Society, and he said, we met on several occasions, had some really wild late-night conversations in his suite at the Sofitel Hotel. Those late-night 3 a.m. conversations, philosophy and the meaning of life, it was just amazing. And, we developed a bond and trust. I worked behind the scenes.
He had a lot of energy while he was even fighting for his life.
Oh, he sure did.
A total of 6 years he fought cancer.
Yes.
He didn't tell people about it till the very end.
That's right. And, that movie was his final message to the people. And it really catapulted a movement. It catapulted Ron Paul. And then we had all these people who had seen the film, and we needed to harness the energy that was created. And that's where the Restore the Republic organization came in.
No, that's just wonderful. And it's another testament, though. You took action, you got involved, and you've considerably, with your work and the volunteers, reached millions of people. And it's so exciting. I mean, all these scores of universities, it's making the news that they're taking the Obama deception and making copies of it. This film's been out 3 months, over 15 million views. I quit counting online, probably way more than that now. That was a month ago. That was 2 months in. So 3 months in. I don't know what it is. All over the place. You'll read in the newspaper 15,000 Obama deceptions where they burn copies and hand them out. Same thing with American Freedom to Fascism. So now George Soros is funding things like the Home Project. Humans are bad, got to have carbon taxes, got to have one-child policies. Humans are evil, and they're saying give them out for free, have street actions. They're now trying to duplicate what we're doing because we're engaged in a real color revolution against outside bankers coming in and taking over our country. They're trying now to come in with a false Obama revolution, but that's sputtering down very quickly. They're even admitting that they can't get their 13 million volunteers to do anything because they're finding out Barack Obama is a corporate front. So again, this doesn't have to happen. Can you believe that they're openly announcing LA Times, Washington Times, Washington Post? I've read those articles earlier in the show, just saying, yes, private offshore banks will run the whole government, any industry, no court, no judge, no jury. They'll grab your business from a hot dog stand to a car dealership. We rule everything. You're going to pay carbon taxes. They're now introduced the bill. I mean, it's not enough they've raped us of 14.8 trillion, Gary Franchi.
Well, these people are reckless, they're out of control, and they need to be checked. That's why their message is falling through the cracks. That's why their volunteers aren't picking up the ball and running with it. Because they have lies. Their house is built upon sand. It will crumble. Okay, our house is built upon the truth. And that is why we are successful. That is why our message proliferates the way it does. My landlord came to my house to pick up a check, and you know what he said? He handed me a copy of the Obama deception. And I said,
oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I said, oh, you've seen, and we got in a long conversation about it. It was pretty interesting. So, I mean, people that I'm meeting every day are handing me stuff now. And that's...
Well, listen, I don't brag when I say this because it actually freaks me out. And then I want to take off and go eat a hamburger. I want to take my wife to a movie. And I physically tell her, sorry, I got to stay and work. It's becoming because I know we don't have much time. I know we're hitting them out of the park. But just because we're in a machine gun nest hitting the enemy, we're still getting blown to hell. So I can't walk away for 1 minute for my children. But then I do take off 3 days and go to Port Aransas. Every restaurant we went to, the people that owned it, ran it, it wasn't just one guy. It would be, here's the owner, here's the manager, here's my wife, I'm a fan. Will you sign this film for us? And then go to the next restaurant, and I'm going down the beach in a rented golf cart past the cars, and Alex Jones. We have really hurt them bad, Gary.
We really have.
I mean, but the thing is, they're just coming down on us and don't care. So, I mean, what do you think? What do you see happening in all this?
Well, like I said, it's the truth. It's the message that is piercing the darkness. Okay, anything that is done in darkness, anything that is hidden in secret, will be revealed, and that is why we are being successful. It's because people believe in what we're doing, and it's having an impact. The people are waking up by the millions, Alex, by the millions. The New World Order does not stand a chance against the truth.
If we're willing to, but the problem is they're getting desperate now and saying,
exactly.
and saying.
Yes.
You know, ACLU on their front page has the official Pentagon training manual that says all protest is now terrorism. I mean, it actually says we're all terrorists.
Right.
It's the First Amendment. It's America. It's what the veterans fought and died for. They're saying the veterans are terrorists. Gun owners are terrorists. I mean, folks, the government is the terrorist. They're the illegitimate bastards.
They are grasping at straws at this point because they cannot control the messages they try to. The internet is their worst enemy.
And now they're saying they're going to shut it down.
Well,
can you imagine when they try that? All these DVDs are already out there. Yeah. We're going to use fax machines. They can't arrest us all. And if they start trying to take people off to FEMA camps, Gary, you know what's going to happen. And that's what I don't want it to go to. But you know what? If it goes to that, Gary, do these cops have any idea what's going to happen to them?